All right, welcome to lesson 3.2, graphing functions. We're going to be graphing functions in this lesson. All right, now it's the same thing we did in the last lesson where you just make a table, and once you've got your table, you're going to graph your points here. Okay, it's that straightforward. So, for example, in our first function, we have f of x is equal to 2x minus 3. And all you're going to go do is you're going to find your graphing calculator, and you're going to put this into your graphing calculator. So you go to y equals 2x minus 3. Then you hit second table. Now, here's the important part. What's the first number we should look at? Well, I'm going to go all the way to, well, let's see. I'm just looking at this table. What's the first one I should look at? Well, here's the only thing that I think you should really think about before. If you look at the graph, the highest number on the y-axis is 10. The lowest number is negative 10, the highest x number is 10, and the lowest number is negative 10, right? So I can't graph past 10 or negative 10 in any direction. So if I went to my graph, where's the first number can I graph? Can I graph this number, negative 7, negative 17? No, it's too big. So I'm going to find the first number I can graph and start there, and that is here at negative 3, right? So at negative 3, I have negative 9, and those two numbers I can graph. I can't graph these, negative 4, negative 11, because there's no negative 11 on my graph. So we're going to start here, and now we're just going to write down our table. Negative 3, negative 9, negative 2, negative 7. You come over here and write down those points. Negative 3, okay, negative 9, negative 2, negative 7, negative 1, negative 5, 0, negative 3, 1, 1, oh, negative 1, 2, 1, and 3, 3. All right, and now you're going to start graphing these points. So the first point I can graph is negative 3, negative 9. So that means I go to negative 3, and then I go all the way down to negative 9. Okay, that's my x and y. My next point is negative 2, negative 7, negative 1, negative 5, 0, negative 3, 1, negative 1. You guys can do it from there. And what you should keep going is graphing until you can't graph anymore. Okay? So I'm going to be bad here, but you should keep going and graphing these points based on your table. Okay? Now we draw our line. You should use a ruler. Don't forget that. And there you go. Okay? Now quickly, so that's all you got to do for this lesson. You're going to be graphing all 4 of these functions. Now each one of these functions has a name, okay? And I'm going to give you the names now. Just write these down, and then I want you to explain what they look like over here, okay? So this is called a linear function. We learned about those in the last unit. Linear function, okay? And the reason it's a linear function is because it's a straight line. So this is what I'm talking about. I want you to explain how it looks. So this is a straight line. Now this is called a quadratic function. Quadratic function. And I want you to explain to me how it looks right here. Okay? This is called an exponential. Oh wait, I put that in the wrong spot. Maybe. This is an exponential function. All right, and I want you to explain how that looks. And then finally we have this guy. This is called an absolute value. Absolute value function. Okay? Now if you don't know how to put an absolute value function into the graphing calculator, ask Ms. Larici. She will explain that to you now. Okay? And if you don't know how to put this one, you can also ask Ms. Larici. Alright? So that's it. I want you to graph all 4 of these and then try your Regents problems. That's it. Good luck.